Grand Rising to you all, wherever you're coming from. It is 2:05 p.m. here in Kenya, so I'm up a little late. But wherever you are in the world today, know that you are blessed and you are highly favored. You are the redeemed of the Lord. You are the righteousness of God, and you are the best thing God has offered this world today. So if you haven't done this already, make sure you thank God for waking you up this morning, getting you on your way and out the door. Thank Him for blessing you with a sweet sleep. And thank you for Jesus, And know that the day is already a marvelous Monday, So, marvelous Monday to you. Today, early this morning, I was in the book of Deuteronomy, this Old Testament, and I was reading through it, and the main focus of it was, there's a section in chapter 6. It's more so how about teaching a younger generation, and my understanding from it was we can't allow the ways of the world to overshadow what God has done for us. In this case, what the Lord has done for us as well. We can easily be strayed away by the ways of the world. It's comforts, it's desires that it presents for us. We can easily get carried away by that and forget about the Lord, forget about our Lord. And if we allow that for so long, the Lord in our life will become no longer a factor anymore. Just having no regard for Him. And I guess this can kind of tie into yesterday what I was saying about when we're responding from our identity, and I stressed that a lot, and yesterday I focused more so on the men, but today it's back to a universal message. We have to respond from our identity throughout the day, and all the way we do that is continuing to form that relationship with Christ, building your spiritual arc, because majority of our ministry, as I always say, doesn't come from people you know. It comes from the people you don't know. The people that are watching you, how you handle situations daily, how you approach situations, how you walk, your Christ walk, So that's why it's very important to always present the best version of yourself, no matter where you are, no matter where you're going. Always present your best self, and that is coming from your identity, your Christ-like identity. This is who you are, this is who you truly are. And a lot of our youth need to see that, They see a lot of the world, see the world every day, and they put things that are enticing to them, and that leads them away from Christ if they don't have no one to guide them to Christ. So that's our ministry, that's your ministry, that's my ministry. This is what we do when we respond from our identity. This is what our Christ walk is like. You're not gonna be able to talk to everyone, but they can see your walk and know who you are. Wondering why you're not responding to the world where the world responds to you. We don't respond to the world in kind. We don't do what the world do. And to the world looking at us, that's puzzling. And it's kind of something that's puzzling. You get curious about it. But you get some kind of reaction that opens the doorway to introducing someone to Christ, And our youth need that. Our young generation need that, They need that from us, because back in the day, before the Bible it was just word of mouth going around about Christ, Before the Bible, it was just word of mouth. Stories told to children, that they held on to till they finally developed a book, and then we have a book, But I think it's now we have to, the people have to see us apply the book to our lives, you know, get the scriptures that we read and what we learn from Christ. We have to make it practical and we apply it to our life. And when we apply it to our life is where it shows up in our walk. When we respond from our identity and not react from our flesh, you know. That's what the majority of the world understands. A lot of them are led by their emotions. You know, they don't understand that they have emotions, but they're not supposed to have, but the emotions not supposed to have them. You know, and they fall to that every time because they don't know their identity. You know, they have a Christ-like identity and they don't even know it because no one's there to show them or show that example of a Christian. You know, show them that there's a better way than what they're doing. You know, so that was on my mind today. It carried on from yesterday. You know, to take what the Lord has given you. I don't want to say take it seriously, but just be more aware of it. You know, be more aware and always be prepared to present yourself the best version of yourself every day. It's no days off in that, because there's no days off in being who you truly are. You're always on, you know. So that's it for today, you know. And realize that you're the best thing God has offered this world today, you know. So always lead from your identity, respond from your identity, you know. Be that minister to those that need you, the younger generation. You know, it always comes from dialogue, you know. It comes from your walk majority of the time. Because majority of the time, people are just watching you, see how you handle the situation. You're that consistency or that consistent thing they see every day, that stable thing, that stable person they see in their life every day, you know. It could be a situation like that, you know, and they need to see and hear that, but majority of the time they're just gonna see, they're gonna watch, you know, and that's good. You know, but that's it for today, you know. Just my thoughts for the day. Just my thoughts for that, sharing with you. You go out and enjoy your day. It's a marvelous Monday. All right? God bless you. I love you. Bye.